Right, have you got your long resistance band? We are going to be working through posture, but specifically through this upper back. First exercise that we have, and this is going to be the first one out of 4 that we're going to do for 50 seconds each with a little break in between, are what I call archers. So you're going to hold the middle of the band out in front of you, I don't know, with the band all the way through it. And all we're looking to do is to imagine that we're an archer. So one of these is going to be the anchor and the other one is going to pull back at shoulder height. We're going to keep tension through the band and then we're going to pull back through the other way. Our 50 seconds has started. Knees nice and gentle. Keep that elbow up so it's roughly shoulder height. And you're going to keep switching over the tension on the band in terms of which hand is going to be the anchor. So whichever hand is in front, that's going to be the anchor. You want to have it nice and strong so you can then pull the elbow back. So you are now Katniss from the Hunger Games and you are eyeing up your next victim or creature. So as you're doing this, one of the things to really make sure about is that you're not hunching those shoulders up. So think about trying to create space between the ears and the shoulders, and you should be feeling this through the backs of the shoulders. Time flies, 50 seconds is over already. You're not going to need the band for this one because we're going to take it into a thumbs up with a squat. So we squat down, sweep the arms up into a thumbs up, let's go. Squat down, core engaged. Arms are going to come all the way up with a thumbs up, pointing all the way up towards the ceiling. You're going to pause at the end just for a second before you stand back up again. Don't forget, really important, draw these ribs down. Try not to arch through the back and create too much of pressure through the lower back. You can come down nice and low, making sure you're breathing out as you squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift those arms up. So it's like you're creating a V shape as everything comes up. And again, what you should do is feel this just behind these shoulders. So we're working on strengthening all the muscles at the top so that we can stand up taller. Grab your band. The band is going to come behind the head. You're going to hold it roughly shoulder width apart and you're going to push out. So your hands are starting in that W position, elbows bent, push everything out, bring it back nice and gently. So for this one, we have got, as you might have noticed, minimal rest time. So if you do need a bit more time and more rest, then just pause it in between. So one thing to notice as we're doing this is that when the elbows come back in, I don't lose all that momentum. I want to keep tension through the band the whole time. And don't forget, you can make this easier or harder for yourself depending on how close you hold your hands on the band. So you can add the tension by holding the hands closer together, or you can reduce the tension by holding them further away. 10 seconds for me to explain this next exercise. The band's going to stay around the back just by your bra strap. You're going to hold the band, I don't know, like reins, I don't know. And from here, elbows are going to come up. You're going to push out, and then as you come back in, you're going to press the hands behind you. So it's a bit like you're doing a standing press up, but then you're reversing the arms into a backwards V behind you. So this is quite good because we're pushing and we're using those chest muscles, and then we've got a little bit of the shoulder blades squeeze and a stretch through the front of the chest. So this is a bit of a stretch and a strengthen. So even though this workout is fairly short by all standards, what is good about this one is that we are going to keep going. So after this one, we're literally going to have minimal break and we're going to get straight back into it. So you remember the first one? We have those archers. Quick, roll those shoulders forwards, roll those shoulders back. The arms are going to come out in front and we're going to pull that shoulder back, imagining that we are a famous archer. There's also going to be space created between the shoulders and the ears. And that helps us just bring the action of this movement to the backs of the shoulders rather than the top of the shoulders. So we're not creating any extra tension, especially when we're stressed. Our shoulders tend to lift up. And what we want to do is to try and not exacerbate that. You've got 15 seconds left. Really think about pulling the elbow back. Now you might feel this through the backs of the shoulders now. If you do, it's okay to take a little bit of a break. And drop the band, because we're going to come down into the squats and those thumbs up. Are you ready? Get that squat position, feet just slightly wider than hip bone width. Thumbs are going to come up and we're going to come all the way up and down. Now, I know that for some of you, this might be feeling quite a lot to do through the shoulders. So if that's the case, start out like this, and as you come down, squeeze those shoulders backwards. If you want to, you can also mix it up by having the thumbs up in the V and coming out behind in a T position. What we're looking to do here is to really think about squeezing those shoulder blades together, because a lot of upper body posture is going to come from better mobility and strengthening from those shoulder blades, as well as the muscles on that upper back. Because if those muscles are long and tight, then we get quite a lot of ache and pain, and it's often caused by this rounding. Grab the band, place it behind the head, and we're going to pretend the walls are closing in, so we're going to press them out. You are now Indiana Jones. So stand up nice and tall. You're going to make a big T shape as you press the band away. Again, try and, sounds weird, relax the shoulders. And what I mean by that is you want to avoid shrugging them up or drawing the head down as well. Think about the fact that you are about to meet the Queen. Oh, sorry, King. You're about to meet the King. Isn't this good? And you can just relax, standing up tall, really focus on creating length and height through the spine, trying to be the best possible T that you can be. Last couple of seconds. And relax, but only for a few seconds, because this now is going to come behind and we're going to take it into that press and then that reach backwards. So roll those shoulders down, nice ribs drawn down, press out in front of you and stretch behind. For this stretch behind, there's two ways you can do it. You can try and keep those ribs down and that back nice and straight, or you can have a little bit of an arch and you'll find that that stretches a bit through the chest. So either way is good. You just might need to think what is best for you. So by now, don't know if you're feeling this, but my shoulders are definitely feeling a little bit burny. But I believe in you. I know you can do this. We've only got a couple more seconds left. Last round, 4 exercise, 50 seconds, 4 minutes to go. We can do this. Let's get our arms out for these arches, slight bend through the legs, and we're going to squeeze those elbows backwards. We're drawing back the bowstring. Don't forget as well, you can change the tension. So you can make this slightly easier or harder. Good stuff. Keep standing up nice and tall. I told you, this is intense. Make sure you're breathing. So when things get hard, we tend not to breathe, and that is a really big no-no. If you need to take a break at any time, pause this video, take that necessary break. But we are almost done. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, goodness gracious. Roll those shoulders forwards, roll those shoulders back. Get the band behind the head. You can rest here for 1 second. So 1 second done. Press out and in. Now you might notice that my arms aren't necessarily shoulder height. That's not a problem. You can take them out to the chest. If you feel like your shoulders need a bit of a break, you can even take them down slightly lower. So what you can do as well is it's perfectly fine to sort of adapt the exercises as you go. But what we're looking to do is to try and keep consistent, good technique. So absolutely not a problem if you need to punch down a bit lower, but what we don't want is to have this where everything is sagging. Try and keep your framework really nice and strong. Well done. Let's keep the band behind, and we're going to take it into that chest press and the stretch behind. So we're pressing out, stretching behind, stretching out, pressing behind. So we're really working through the muscles in the back of the neck and also through the shoulder blades. Really important as well when we're doing this that we don't try and tilt the head forwards. Always think about lifting up through where that high ponytail would be and tucking that chin in slightly, pulling the chin back so you have a nice line from the head down the neck and to the upper part of the body. So I don't know if you've realised my mistake, but we actually missed out the squats and the thumbs up. Tragic. Don't worry, we're going to get those in now. Are you ready? Drop the band, roll the shoulders forwards, roll the shoulders back, get yourself into your squat position, get your thumbs up ready to do this, and let's squat back, come all the way up and stand. Nice. This is the exercise we're finishing on, so let's try and make this the best one that we can. Don't forget as well, if you don't want to take the arms up into that V shape, you can also take it out so you're making that T shape. It's not going to be bad if you need to mix and match. It's also not bad if you need to take a bit of a break, although we only have 15 seconds left. Let's see what we can do. Let's get a smile on our face because you know the end is near. We are almost done. And just relax. You have done amazingly. To finish off, we're going to stand up nice and tall. Just telling me we finished. Take the head over to one side, place the hand on the head, and just breathe really deeply into this. So you're trying to stretch the side of the neck, and the hand is just giving you a little bit of extra help. Come back up to the center, take it over to the other side. Take a few breaths in this position. Then we're going to take it all the way back up. Place the hands behind the head and drop that chin down. Again, as you do this, try and lengthen through the neck. So when we say lengthen, we also want to try and make things longer rather than hunching things down. Good. Relax everything. And a little bit of a swing, making those arms nice and heavy. You're done. Give yourself a high five. You've done fantastic.